Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see ya. I was gonna do a whole other live, to be truthful, but I really want to talk about this one. You know what I mean? I had another live planned, but this is on my mind. Um, so gotta share it because there's a good takeaway from it. So if you complain about one thing, you most likely complain about many other things, and you just don't know it. You just don't catch it. I was doing that, and I wasn't catching that a while back. And when I caught it, that's when I started talking about patterns. And this is probably about a couple years ago, and maybe 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, I started talking about patterns because you got to start noticing patterns. I have a mentor that always says, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay. And I never caught that. For the longest time, I never knew what that meant. I'm like, what the heck does that mean? How you do one thing is how you do everything. How you do one. I don't get it. But I got it, right? So you may be complaining about one thing, and you may think to yourself, oh, that's the only thing I complain about. I'm willing to bet that that is not the only thing you complain about. So I have this neighbor. I have this, I have this neighbor, and so on Saturdays, I do a lot of house cleaning stuff. I clean. I put everything together. I cook. I go to the gym. I grocery shop. I just do all kinds of all my stuff. So while I'm cleaning and doing all that stuff inside the home, I usually have an audiobook playing. If I don't have Ray Higdon stuff up, I have an audiobook in the background playing, right? So I'm doing my laundry, my just everything, right? So I get a call from the office and the apartment office, and they say, hey, this is how they word it. They say, hey, we got a complaint call from one of the neighbors around you, and they said that you, as somebody, not you, somebody has their TV or music so loud that they can hear it from the parking lot. Really? Really? And I'm like, who could that be, possibly? So I'm like, I don't know. Do you know? Really? I'm like, yeah, it could be me. It could be me. I have an audiobook that I'm playing in the background. And then the office says, oh, you're allowed to play audiobooks. Really? I'm allowed to? Oh, thanks. I didn't know I had to ask permission on a Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Are you serious right now? Saturday, 2:30 p.m. An audiobook is too loud? Okay. So we put that one on hold, right? So I'm thinking to myself, and I know who it is, obviously. I know the neighbor. I know who it is. That's funny. But so the other day, or no, actually today still, I hear her tell one of the neighbors downstairs he's getting his car out of the garage. I guess he's putting some stuff in it or something. And then this neighbor of mine is walking her dog, and so she walks her dog, and I hear her tell him, "Boy, they don't give a whole lot of room for you to park, do they?" And you may not notice that, right? And these are apartment complexes, and we're in Orange County, California. We're talking Orange County, California. Population is tight. Homes are tight. You don't get a lot of. It's not like the East Coast. It's not like, it's California, right? So that's a complaint. You're complaining. They're doing all kinds of construction. I've showed, right? They're doing all kinds of construction. And I happened to hear her again talking to another neighbor, and this is a few days ago. And she said, "Gosh, this is so loud and so I got dust everywhere." That's complaining. Okay? That's complaining still. So how about this? How about like we stop complaining? And this is like 3 patterns. This is just 3 things. There's more, okay? But this is just 3. Now, why I share this with you is because, yes, you may be right. This is very loud. The construction, what they're doing, and I work from home. Very loud. They're banging literally behind me, literally where I'm sitting with my phone, with my headset. Literally, behind me, they're just going, okay, and this has been going on for 3 weeks now, right? And what they're doing is they're redoing the gutters, right? Because the gutters were just wrong and bad, and I actually not complained, but I had told one of the maintenance crew, "Hey, are they gonna do anything about these gutters? Because they're supposed to be directing the water to the right place." You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I think so. That was about a year ago. So they're doing that, right? They're doing all that. There's just a lot of work, right? A lot of noise, dust, just everything. Yes, they're doing that. But then you can look at the other side and say, "Hey, we're going to get new gutters. Everything's going to be great. The water is going to be directed properly, and it's no longer going to come in and where it's not supposed to come in. And it's going to be amazing." You know what I mean? Or parking. Hey, you at least have a garage. You have a garage in an apartment complex where there's carport and open space. You have a garage. It's a tight squeeze. It's Cali, Orange County, And about the audiobook, hear it in the parking lot. So we can complain, and we can exaggerate our complaining. We can exaggerate our complaints, right? We can just make it extreme because we're looking for that somebody to just care for us. We're looking for that attention, for that care. We're thirsty for that, right? And that's where this comes from. I'm telling you. If you complain about one thing, most likely you complain about many other things. Little thing. It doesn't have to be like huge. Like you can't. Okay, I'm not talking about complaining about the government or gas prices. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about little ones, little complaints. Oh, the water is so cold. Oh, the water is so warm. Oh my goodness, I didn't leave this out. Oh my god. All these little ones, right? So when you see a pattern, right, and you see, okay, this, and you're like, okay, well, this person is that kind of a person, right? They have that in their characteristics. Maybe everybody's got a story. You can't judge, but like, okay, well, I know the type of a person I'm dealing with, right? I know the type of a person I'm dealing with, and that's important. I wish Team Money was up right now because he would be talking about his neighbor. We all have a neighbor. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you, the neighbor, is because complaining has different forms and different intensity and different noises, right? It makes different noises. You can complain about everything basically, right? But what I'm sharing with you is please pay attention to your patterns. Like if you like, I've been talking about this for a while. If you see yourself, if you feel yourself, if you catch yourself, oh my goodness, I'm complaining about something. Okay, stop complaining. Stop complaining and start flipping it on the other side and be grateful for it. Hey, we're getting new gutters. Hey, I got a garage. Hey, this guy, instead of blasting music, he's listening to some positive audiobooks. Wow. Maybe I could ask him to drop it down a little bit. I mean, you can come downstairs or you can text me because you have my cell, right? But we choose not to do that because we choose to exaggerate and decorate them. Remember I've talked about that? So I'm asking you not to do that. I'm asking you, don't do. It's just not cool. Not cool. Flip it on the other side. If you really, really have to complain, then you really, really could be also grateful on the other side too. I'm serious. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Because you can't just look at it on one side. There's always another side, right? So, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts. Drop your feedback below. Hey, do you have a neighbor? Do you have a neighbor? Maybe a friend? A neighbor? If you have that neighbor, drop your comments below. Tell me a little story. And I appreciate you guys. And remember, like always, until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.